Hello and welcome back to Film Posers. My name is Juan, and today I am accompanied by my lovely co-host Anna, where we are going to be talking about The Protege, directed by Martin Campbell. So, like I said, this film was directed by Martin Campbell, and he gave us arguably one of the top tier James Bond films, Casino Royale, but he also gave us Green Lantern. So we have to take the good and the bad here. So The Protege, it stars Maggie Q, Michael Keaton, Samuel L. Jackson. It's this revenge spy thriller. And the plot here is that essentially Samuel L. Jackson saved Maggie Q as a child, and hence why she's the title, The Protege. But then her mentor, Samuel L. Jackson, gets killed, and she's trying to like follow the trail, find out who did it, who's behind it. And it sounds like a film we've seen before. And maybe we didn't like the ending, to quote Taylor Swift, which is true. But what's frustrating here, for me at least, is that there are things here that could have been great if they were handled properly within this mess. But I'll start with a positive. I thought Maggie Q was great. I thought she was really much the person carrying this movie. But again, I knew she was going to do that because I saw parts of a show called Nikita that she did in 2010 from the CW, that she was this rogue assassin and she was trying to take down the secret organization that trained her. And she had better action scenes there than here, but we'll get into that. The other thing I liked here was Michael Keaton and Maggie Q's like banter. Like that was really great. It was like suave, it was smooth, it was charming, it was back and forth flirting, and it kept the movie interesting. But really, what we came here for was like a spy thriller with that tension within the action scenes. And there was more sexual tension than like action tension. I don't know if you felt the same way, Anna, but like when Maggie Q was doing her action scenes, did you really feel she was in danger? Because I didn't. I felt she was fine.
There was no
Mm-hmm.
danger around her.
There wasn't. Like you just knew she was gonna come out of it, and he knew the men were gonna be taken out, and it's like, oh, okay, so she wasn't really in danger. Like
Yeah.
there's a scene towards the beginning where she's driving away and the bad guys are shooting at her, and she's in like this non-bulletproof normal car, like a big Honda, I don't know, and she's driving away like I'm a badass, like when those action guys do those walking in front of behind the explosions. It was very much that energy, but I'm like, Maggie, your car is not bulletproof, duck.
It just felt that she didn't have the high stakes, you know?
Exactly.
We already knew that she was gonna get through it.
The only action scene I can say was like cool involved a tray.
Yeah.
That scene was cool, but everything else, it feels like, we've seen it done before, and it's upsetting because I enjoy a female-led spy movie when it's really well done, and this could have been great, but there are a lot of elements that I feel didn't work. There was one scene towards the end that we're not going to discuss, but Anna and I are on the same page. We are clear that that didn't need to be in that movie. It was not necessary. It was kind of like, so that scene towards the end, I just didn't feel it was necessary. It was just gore for the sake of gore. It just made it like an overkill. We didn't need to see it. We already knew the backstory of Maggie Q. It was off-putting.
Yeah. So for me, the movie definitely has some decent action scenes. The performances were also decent. And I like how you said they had some chemistry on screen together. However, I feel that the movie again, it just didn't bring anything new to the table. And the plot was very lackluster. I don't know if you felt that you didn't know what you were watching even until like the third act.
I mean, I knew it was a revenge film. That's about it. They didn't really tell a story. It just felt like you were there watching Maggie Q take down, evil men, which can be a great movie. Don't get me wrong. I would have loved to have seen it. But there's also an art of storytelling missing within the film. Like if you could have told the story a little bit better, it could have, landed, but it didn't.
Yeah, because we knew what was going on because on the screen we were seeing, okay, this is what's happening. But story-wise, we were both confused as to what was going on. Especially there was this one scene where with this one character that you're like, huh? What just happened here? So, like Juan said, there was a specific moment in the film that the violence felt very gratuitous, and basically they just did it in the name of shock value.
Yeah, I just thought it was too much. It could have been great. Like, I'm all on board for seeing Maggie Q take out evil men. Like, there's a great film in there, but that backstory really just took me out of it. And since it was towards the end, it was like the only reason I kept watching was because I'd made it this far, you know?
There was this, again, like I said, there was this moment in the film where I just didn't know what it was about, and it was a little bit frustrating because I could see it, but I just didn't understood what the story is trying to tell.
At least other films have made it clear, like, okay, this happened. So this is what they're trying to get revenge on. Here, I feel you can kind of piece the puzzle together, but I don't want to do all the work. I like the work done for me in a movie. It explains it so then I can just enjoy it. If I have to piece the puzzle together to then understand the movie to then enjoy it, I'm not gonna want to enjoy it. You know what I mean? That storytelling element was missing.
Yeah, and also there's this one part in the story where, again, she is the protege, and something happens to this certain character, and I think that was the catalyst of the story. However, we didn't got that. We didn't got what it was meant to be, because I don't want to go into spoiler territory here.
Yeah, I definitely tried to do too much without letting things breathe, which I think is a problem. And I actually wanted to ask you what your thoughts were on the editing of this film, because certain scenes were either cut too soon or it was like, oh, okay, why'd you let it drag out that long? Like some action scenes got cut too quick. There was like, right there, I was like, oh, that'd be cool. Wait, it's over.
Yeah, because when it comes to the action scene, it tried to be very fast, or did it drag too much, or it was just cut off way too fast and it didn't know like how to define itself.
Yeah, I think it's very unfortunate because again, there are elements here that I felt could have worked if handled well, but I definitely think there are better options out there. I think that's basically our point with the review. Like, there's nothing new here. There's nothing that special that we haven't seen before. Again, I've seen this film before and I didn't like the ending. Thank you, to quote Taylor Swift. It's an August movie. Sometimes an August movie comes out and you're like, oh, right. When you're doing your end of 2021 list, when you're like, right, that came out. And what did I rate it? Oh, yikes, because you don't
Yeah.
remember it. It definitely feels like one of those films where when you go to Walmart and you go to the movie section, there's that $5 DVD bin. And there are some people who go there like, oh, okay, I could see this tonight. That's definitely where I feel it is right now, but it's not where it could have been. It could have been really good.
Yeah, it just feels that this movie is just a straight to VOD kind of thing.
I completely agree. It does feel like a straight to VOD release, but right now it is exclusively playing in theaters. You can check it out, watch, form your own opinions, see what you think, or if you feel you just want to rent this down the line, you totally can. I definitely think as a rental, this could do well because a lot of people have checked out, like during the pandemic, action films as a rental, not like on iTunes. So I think that's where it could do really good business. But yeah, the Protege is unfortunately forgettable, and there was a good story in there, but it just wasn't well told enough.
It had potential. It
How's
had
it?
a good cast ensemble. We have here some A-list celebrities in this movie, and I just feel that they didn't know how to utilize them.
Yeah, which again is a shame because it's coming from the director of Casino Royale, a top tier James Bond film. So it's unfortunate, but yeah, The Protege out in theaters now. You can check your local listings. Thank you so much for watching our review. You can follow us on all of our social medias at Film Posers, and we will see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.